posting this image of a shirt with him and Elon Musk and a dog in the background that says Doge. And this is real email that Donald Trump just sent.
Breaking news, Trump's latest economic plan involves, wait for it, Doge dividend checks. Because nothing says a stable economy like cryptocurrency named after a meme, right?
Donald Trump's own pollsters are telling him how pissed off the people are at him and how he's only focused on helping billionaires.
Meanwhile, 66% of swing state voters are more interested in tax policies that actually help working families. Crazy, I know. This has always blown my mind a little bit. 91% that watch this show regularly haven't subscribed. Could I ask you for a small favor before we start? If you like this show, what we do here, and want to support us, the free simple way you can do just that is by hitting the subscribe button. Alright folks, buckle up because Trump's latest stunt is about to make your wallets cry and your head spin. Our favorite orange tycoon has decided that what America really needs right now isn't jobs, healthcare, or affordable housing. Nope, it's overpriced t-shirts featuring Elon Musk and a Doge dog. Because nothing says make America great again like a $50 shirt with a billionaire and a meme, right? Picture this, while you're scraping together change to afford a carton of eggs that now costs more than your monthly Netflix subscription, Trump's over here playing fashion designer. It's like he's living in an alternate universe where the biggest problem facing Americans is a severe shortage of tacky apparel. Let's break down this fashion fiasco, shall we? Trump's new merch line is a real doozy. It's got everything. Elon Musk's face, because who doesn't want that plastered across their chest? A Doge dog for all you crypto bros out there. And probably a healthy dose of desperation. It's like he took a bunch of trending topics, threw them in a blender, and poured the result onto a t-shirt.
Can you imagine the looks you'll get from radical liberals as you walk down the street wearing this? It will be hysterical.
But here's the kicker. While Trump's busy playing Project Runway, the average American is struggling to make ends meet. Egg prices have gone through the roof, milk costs more than gas, and that's saying something. And don't even get me started on the price of bread. It's like we're living in a bizarro world where you need to take out a second mortgage just to make a sandwich. Now, I'm no economic genius, but even I can see the disconnect here. Trump's hawking $50 shirts while people are pinching pennies for groceries. It's like trying to sell designer umbrellas during a drought. Or maybe he thinks if we all wear these shirts, we'll be too distracted by Elon's face to notice our empty fridges. Let's take a moment to imagine Trump's thought process here. Economy's tanking. Inflation's soaring. I know just the thing. Let's sell t-shirts. Because nothing fixes a recession quite like overpriced merch, right? It's like he's taking economic advice from a carnival barker. Next thing you know, he'll be telling us to invest our life savings in Trump-branded cotton candy. But wait, there's more. Our man Trump isn't just a fashion mogul, he's also a dancer. That's right, folks. While the country's doing the economic cha-cha slide, you know, 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, Trump's out there getting his groove onto YMCA. Because nothing says I care about your financial struggles quite like busting out some disco moves, right? Now, I'm not saying Trump's business acumen is questionable, but oh wait, yes I am. This is the same guy who managed to bankrupt a casino. A casino! The house always wins, unless the house is run by Donald Trump. So maybe we shouldn't be surprised that his solution to economic woes is, hey, let's sell some t-shirts. But here's the real kicker, folks. These shirts aren't just overpriced, they're practically highway robbery. For the cost of a one Trump must Doge monstrosity, you could buy a week's worth of groceries. Well, maybe not in this economy, but you get the point. It's like Trump's trying to clothe America and fleece it at the same time. Talk about multitasking. Well, folks, just when you thought Trump couldn't get any more out of touch, he's decided to show off his dance moves. Yep, while America's doing the recession shuffle, our man Trump's busting out the YMCA because nothing says I feel your economic pain like disco, right? Grumpy Trumpy posted a video of himself on his official account, getting down to the Village People's classic hit, and let me tell you, it's a sight to behold. Picture this, the orange turd with his signature hand movements flailing around like an inflatable tube man outside a car dealership. It's like watching your drunk uncle at a wedding, but instead of embarrassing just the family, he's embarrassing the whole country. Now you might be thinking, hey, at least he's having fun, but here's the kicker. Now while Trump's shaking his moneymaker, the rest of America is shaking in their boots about the economy. Talk about reading the room, Donnie Diapers. It's like bringing a disco ball to a funeral. Sure, it's shiny, but it's not exactly appropriate, is it? Critics are having a field day with this one. They're saying Trump's moves are more dad at a wedding than leader of the free world. And let's be honest, they're not wrong. The only difference is, when your dad does it, it's just cringe. When Trump does it, it's cringe with nuclear codes. Can you imagine what other world leaders are thinking? I bet Angela Merkel's eye roll could power a small city right now. It's like Trump's trying to solve world peace with the Macarena. Spoiler alert, it won't work. But here's the real question, why now? Why is Trump suddenly channeling his inner John Travolta? Some folks are saying it's just another one of his bizarro distractions. You know, like when a magician waves a shiny object in one hand while the other's picking your pocket. Is Trump trying to dance his way out of trouble? Think about it. While he's doing the hustle, what's happening behind the scenes? Are there big economic announcements we're missing? New policies being sneaked in under the disco ball? It's like he's trying to distract us from the recession by reminding us of the 70s. Newsflash Trump, we'd rather have the gas prices from back then, not the dance moves. And let's talk about the timing. The economy's wobbling like a Jenga tower. People are pinching pennies harder than Trump pinches. Well, let's not go there. And what does our fearless leader do? He decides it's time for a dance party. It's like trying to fix a leaky roof by redecorating the living room. Sure, it looks nice, but we're still getting wet. But maybe, just maybe, there's a method to this madness. Could Trump be trying to communicate through the universal language of dance? Is he telling us to come together, just like the song says? Or is he just showing us how he plans to dodge responsibility? Either way, his choreography needs work. Well folks, if you thought Trump's YMCA routine was a national embarrassment, wait till you hear about his pick for defense secretary. It's like he's trying to one-up himself in the How to Make America Cringe Again sweepstakes. Who's the not-so-lucky winner of this dubious honor? None other than Pete Hegseth, a guy who's more familiar with teleprompters than tactical operations. Now, don't get me wrong, Hegseth isn't completely clueless about the military. He served in the National Guard, which is kind of like saying you've played flag football so you're ready to quarterback in the Super Bowl. But here's the kicker. Our man Pete has never led a military command, not even a small one. It's like hiring a crossing guard to direct traffic on the Los Angeles freeway during rush hour. You might be wondering, how does Hegseth stack up against previous defense secretaries? Well, let's just say it's like comparing a paper airplane to an F-22. Most defense secretaries have years of military leadership under their belts. Hegseth. He's got years of talking about the military on TV. It's like the difference between being a food critic and actually running a 5-star restaurant. Can you imagine Hegseth's first day at the Pentagon? He might walk in and ask, where's the makeup room? Or when do we break for commercials? It's not hard to picture him trying to solve international conflicts with catchy sound bites and flashy graphics. Today on Pentagon's Got Talent, we'll be deciding which country to invade next. Text BOOM to vote. But let's get serious for a second. Having a TV personality in charge of national defense is like putting a reality show contestant in charge of NASA. It's all fun and games until someone accidentally launches a missile while trying to take a selfie. The implications are huge. We could end up with military strategies based on ratings rather than actual tactical advantage. Sorry, General, but invading at dawn just doesn't test well with our key demographics. How about we move it to prime time? And get this, Hegseth has publicly stated that he thinks the current military leadership, including General C.Q. Brown, isn't the right fit for the moment. That's like a high school drama club president telling Meryl Streep she's not cut out for acting. It's raised more than a few eyebrows among military officials who, actually respect Brown's service. But wait, there's more. When it comes to international conflicts, like Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Hegseth's stance is about as clear as mud. He's avoided calling Russia the aggressor, instead suggesting it's It's a complicated situation. Yeah, Pete, and the Titanic just had a small leak. The real concern here is that the Pentagon might turn into a reality show set. Picture it, Keeping Up with the Generals, where the biggest challenge isn't defending the nation, but deciding which camo pattern looks best on camera. Or maybe the Real Housewives of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Drama, intrigue, nuclear codes. Military experts are understandably skeptical about Hegseth's appointment. They're worried his lack of command experience could undermine the Pentagon's leadership. It's like hiring a guy who's only ever played Call of Duty to lead actual soldiers into battle. What's next? Appointing a weather vane as the chief climate scientist? Well, folks, it looks like our favorite orange menace is at it again. Trump's turning his famous "you're fired" catchphrase into his go-to government policy. It's like he's trying to recreate The Apprentice in the White House, but instead of wannabe entrepreneurs, he's giving the boot to actual government workers. Talk about a reality show gone wild. Our grumpy Trumpy has been on a firing spree that would make even the most ruthless corporate raider blush. He's axing government employees faster than he can tweet "Covfef." It's like a twisted game of musical chairs, but instead of fun and laughter, we've got chaos and unemployment. Who needs a functioning government anyway, right? But here's the kicker. This isn't just Trump being Trump. These firings are causing some serious havoc in crucial government functions. Former federal workers are describing the situation as extremely chaotic. Can you imagine showing up to work, not knowing if you'll still have a job by lunchtime? It's like trying to build a house of cards in a wind tunnel. Good luck with that. And get this, experts are warning that this revolving door of personnel could actually undermine national security. Yeah, you heard that right. While Donnie Diapers is busy playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo with people's careers, he might just be compromising our safety. But hey, who needs stability and continuity in policy implementation when you can have drama and uncertainty? Am I right? Now, you might be wondering, what's the method to this madness? Well, according to some critics, it's all about loyalty. Forget qualifications or experience. If you're not ready to pucker up and kiss the orange turd's ring, you might as well start packing your desk. It's like he's trying to turn the entire government into his personal fan club. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a loyalty oath before you can renew your driver's license. One expert hit the nail on the head when they said, the chaos created by these firings is not just a matter of personnel, it affects the entire structure of governance and can have long-lasting repercussions on national security. In other words, Trump's not just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic, he's drilling holes in the hull and calling it a swimming pool. But wait, there's more. Some commentators are suggesting that Trump is treating the government like his own personal apprentice show. Can't you just picture it? Trump sitting behind his big desk, pointing his finger at unsuspecting government workers and bellowing, "You're fired," while a dramatic soundtrack plays in the background. It's like a bad sitcom, but instead of laughs, we're getting a collective facepalm from the entire nation. So what's Trump's endgame with all these firings? Is he trying to set a new world record for most pink slips handed out in a single term? Or maybe he's just really bad at office party planning, and this is his way of cutting down the guest list. Whatever the reason, one thing's for sure, this firing frenzy is leaving the government about as stable as a Jenga tower in an earthquake. The big question on everyone's mind is, what's next? Will Trump start firing people via Twitter? Maybe he'll introduce a new reality show called So You Think You Can Govern, where contestants compete for cabinet positions. Or perhaps he'll just cut to the chase and replace all government employees with cardboard cutouts of himself. At this point, nothing would surprise me. Well, folks, it looks like Grumpy Trumpy's turning the White House into his personal circus, complete with t-shirt sales and dance moves that'd make your grandpa at a wedding look like John Travolta. But hey, who needs experienced leaders when you can have TV hosts running the military, right? And let's not forget the mass firings. It's like The Apprentice Government Edition. Trump's busy playing musical chairs with our national security while the rest of us are left wondering if we should laugh or cry. As Representative Becca Balint put it, the Dems need to find their communication lane to lead the resistance against Trump's wacky agenda. Meanwhile, civic leaders are calling for a return to those pesky little things called democratic values and accountability. Imagine that. Remember, in 2025, reality's stranger than fiction and definitely less funny. So buckle up, buttercups, because this orange turd's wild ride ain't over yet.